goes to the front of the car and is pointing.
My correct people, it's a very sad story and experience that one of the Nigerian popular Nollywood actor Akah Nnani had with the Nigerian police. Please, I would want you to go through the story so that we as citizens of this country, we will start to speak out. Let us not remain silent and begin to tolerate what is not supposed to be tolerated. But guys, before we go into the video, do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also turn on the notification bell in order to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much. God bless you. Most especially the passerby who have decided to stop over to check one or two things. Please let the love enable you to subscribe to this channel. Thanks for doing that. God bless you. Let's listen to him.
Yo man, guys, I'm making this video because I just feel like I need to speak up on something that happened to me yesterday night. So I don't know if you guys are aware that the police is beginning to act up again. They are beginning to, of course, it's not like they ever stopped, but they have continued to oppress people and act a fool. Like yesterday night, I don't know if you guys have seen the police guys who stop people on the bridge, on that Ring Road bridge, the bridge that connects to Osborne, Ikoyi from 3rd Mainland Bridge. They were there. I was in an Uber, and then I was coming to my family in Ikoyi in an Uber. These guys flagged the car down, looked inside. You know, he smiled. The driver, you know, put the windows down, and then before you know what's happening, this guy literally cocks his gun at us, and he's like, "Stop! Move to the side. Park." At this point, I'm already getting angry because I'm just like, why would you cock a civilian? Why would you use your not being, you know, who is not harmful, who isn't armed, and someone who hasn't been confirmed a criminal? Like, why did he have to get there? So at this point, he's like, move, and he's really like using, like, you know, getting his face up, like, you know, angry. So at this point, I'm already angry. I wind down when I get to the point where this driver is moved. I was in a boat, sorry, not an Uber. And then, you know, I wound down and I'm like, why are you pointing why are you on? This guy's now pissed. He's like, why am I questioning him? But at this point, I'm like, please, can you stop pointing? I'm not a criminal. We're not criminals here. If you want us to park, we'll park. He's like, okay, you cannot tell us our job. I'm here to do stop and search. First of all, this guy looks like a hardened criminal. Hardened criminal. He was smelling, by the time I got down the car, he was reeking of alcohol. Black-faced man who looked like a rogue. There's no difference between this guy, how he looks, and the people he's trying to profile and the people he's trying to catch. This guy, you know, comes to where I am, tells me to open the door and tells me to come down, because at this point he's like, I'm challenging him. All I'm saying is, oh God, please put it down. Now they're stopping a lot of people, of course. Now he says, move to the back. Another guy comes to join him, and he's telling the driver to park. In fact, tells the driver to, you know, open the car so he can enter the car. Tells me to get into the car and tells the other guy to get into the front where I was sitting, because I always sit at the front. So I move to the back because I'm already outside the car. I get into the car, and I'm like, because if you're going to do stop and search, because we all have heard stories of how police people plant stuff in cars. So I'm like, if you're going to do stop and search, let us be in front here seeing it. So I get into the car, and then, you know, I assume that he tells this guy to move forward, which he does. Moves forward, he parks, and then they say, what are you doing? They tell him that he should continue moving forward. He said, to where you told me to park. The driver's like, you told me to park here. And then, you know, he tells the driver that this is the guy who was holding, I should move forward. And this, we're on the bridge. We should go against traffic, against where, you know, cars, the wrong direction. But we should go there, and then that part of the bridge is dark. No cars are actually coming that way. Oh my God, at this point, I literally opened and the boat driver is about to move. I literally opened the car door, and I'm like, he had actually even started moving. That was when I was like, you people must be silly. I came out of the car. I said, you want to take me to a dark place after all the stories we've heard about you policemen? So I come out from the car and say, I'm not moving. The guy's like, okay, you will move. And he comes to hold my trouser. And so I'm like, don't touch me. If you want to search me, search me. Let's establish something first. You want to search. You want to feel like I've done a crime. I've committed a crime. I've done something against the law. Establish that. Don't just come and oppress me. This guy's holding, and then he's holding me by the waist. I told him to remove his hand. Another guy, another police guy. Mind you, there are about 20 of them on this place. No official police car. No official. They came with a freaking silly shuttle. A shuttle is what they were carrying. There is no way we can trace these policemen where they came from. So if anything happens, these guys can miss. And I'm looking at their uniform. It's SWAT. A replacement for SARS. It's SWAT. What are you doing there? Why? What has the driver done? What have I done? Now they tell me, I said, please search me. They're like, you cannot tell us our job. The third guy is like, you will not talk to us like that. They now started looking for a way to pin me down. The guy looks at me and is like, why are you wearing camo shorts? I'm like, I've had this short for 12 years. 12 years though. But I've had this shorts for a long time. He can't tell me I'm working. Of course, he now says, let's search him. One of the guys like, let's search him. And so in fact, at this point, I pour out all the contents of my bag on the boot of the car. Search. There's nothing inside the bag now. Search. Then this guy brings out my house keys, which is a native drum. Oh, it's my... This guy brings out my house keys and says, this is jazz. Guys, let me look for these keys for you. Because these guys pissed. They were looking for all sorts. This guy says that this is jazz. Mind you, this was some of this key holder is something that was given to me by Google. You know, to celebrate our culture. And I just started laughing at this point. Then one of them comes and is like, what do you do? I say, I'm an actor. He's like, show me proof. I show him my photos, show him videos. And then he's like, please be going. And then the other guys were like, he's going to the police station. He brings out a handcuff. To actually cuff me. I told me, bring your hand. I laughed. I was like, look at you. For what? He said, you're sleeping, but I said, I'm not sleeping anywhere. At this point, the other guy is like, please let him go. I know what I'm doing. But the truth is, I don't have to be anybody for you to let me go. I am a freaking citizen of this country. So if I don't have a profile, you would oppress me and use your start me. And that's what they're doing to everybody there. There were so many young people who were out of their cars, they were entering cars one by one and taking them to unknown disclosed locations. We've heard stories of police people. In fact, the Uber was telling me when we're coming back, getting to our place, the Uber was telling me that a policeman told him, I will shoot you and nothing will happen. I will throw your body inside canal. Worst case scenario, they'll put me in cell. After cell, I go come out. That's what's happening in this country. I'm so pissed off. And somebody has to hear this video and stop the menace that is happening on that bridge. Those police people have to stop.